Let's talk about FLR Network, FLR. This has been a chart request from more than one of my subscribers and followers. They really wanted to check it out. I'm checking it out today. I'm going to take actually, I knew about FLR Network. I've never been in FLR Network myself. I'm going to take a live look at the price, give you my price targets, my potential price targets, as if I was getting into it personally. What price targets would I be looking at? Also quickly look at what FLR Network is, how it came about, and all that. If you are watching this and you are a major FLR head, I don't know if that's what you guys call yourself, please share this video around. You'll get an excerpt of this on X, so repost and like away and comment, and also on YouTube as well. So make sure you share this everywhere around to your FLR head people. And also, if you're looking at getting this for the first time, you want to watch my channel, man, and you want to stay subscribed. Let's take a look at FLR. Let's show you the website first. What is it? Okay, FLR, connect everything. FLR is the blockchain for data. Okay, providing developers with secure, decentralized access to high-integrity data from other chains and the internet. So this is FLR.network. If you go to FLR.network, go down, check out their website. Okay, expanding the utility of blockchain. All about utility and the blockchain side of things. Okay, rather than going into major detail with it, I'll give you let's do the Grok overview right here. So I asked Grok this morning, by the way, if you're not on X and you're not using Grok, oh man, Grok's doing really good at the moment. Give me a summary of FLR Network cryptocurrency, including a timeline. No problem, says Grok. Here you go, bro. Let's read it together. FLR Network, FLR, is a layer 1 blockchain focused on providing decentralized access to high integrity data from other blockchains and the internet. So it's a blockchain data aggregator. Okay, very similar to what we were talking about. We were talking about the graph the other day. I think very similar to that kind of thing. A little bit different, but similar in that similar vein. Here's a summary, including a timeline. Now this was actually born out of XRP. It has a lot to do with XRP Ripple. All right, concept and development. FLR Network was founded by Hugo Fillion, Sean Rowan, and Nari Usher with the aim of increasing blockchain utility by offering smart contract capabilities and interoperability across different blockchains. Cool? Here are the key, excuse me, oh my God, I just burped. Here's the key milestones. August of 2020, the initial white paper was published, including the project under the name Spark. I remember that. Again, I've been in crypto since 2013. I went through the 2017, 2018 the whole thing, okay? December of 2020, the snapshot for eligibility of the FLR airdrop to XRP holders was taken. So it was very much a partnership with XRP holders. FLR said, we're starting this thing and we're going to airdrop it to every single XRP holder. All right, we'll take a snapshot of that. July of 2022, almost 2 years later, okay, FLR Network entered observation mode where the network's performance was monitored before full public access. This took a really long time. September of 2022, FLR Network officially launched for public observation, okay, but in terms of the token price, etc., the public token distribution event, the TDE, occurred in January of last year, marking the official airdrop of FLR tokens to XRP holders. So, well, your XRP holders, if you held it from up to a certain date, you got FLR tokens. Did I? I don't remember. I don't think so. Initially, 15% of the total FLR were distributed. Then in March, a couple of months later, the first FLR drop took place, distributing FLR to WFLR holders, don't know what that is, it was vesting over 36 monthly installments. Yep, cool. Functionality and use. FLR uses the Ethereum virtual machine, EVM, to run smart contracts, making it compatible with Ethereum's ecosystem. I'm not going to talk about the protocols. I'm not going to talk about all that stuff. Recent developments. In October last year, FLR announced plans to burn 2% of its total supply to support ecosystem development. Cool. With the first burn of 198 million FLR tokens occurring immediately. We like, in the crypto thing, you like burns because it takes it out of supply. It's like if, for some reason, there was a big dry up in supply, or a bit of a dry up in supply of silver or gold or something. Or, China said, we're going to shoot our gold to an asteroid because we don't want it. It's removing gold or whatever. You get it. Removing of supply. Current state as of December 2024. FLR continues to evolve with ongoing developments in its ecosystem, including new dApps, decentralized applications and partnerships, aiming to enhance its role in decentralized data provision and blockchain, blah, blah, blah. Cool. All right. Short answer is they brought it out. It's like a blockchain data aggregator. They gave it to XRP holders first, and it's still doing its thing. And it's part of the crypto verse. Cool? Good. Here is the FLR price in US dollars. 2.8 cents currently. Let's do I'm using the Poloniex website, okay? This is the one that went back to, I've got Poloniex and I've got Bitstamp. Which one will I use? Does it really matter? Because they both go back to January of 2023. Does it really matter? Would Bitstamp have more of a thing? I'm going to use Poloniex because you've got a couple of little less spikes there. So this is the Poloniex price. Cool. We have a spike high. Don't worry about that. Spike high of 9 cents, nearly 10 cents, and a low of 0.8 cents roughly. I'm going to quickly do some Fibonacci on both of these actually and see which one, if any, lines up a little bit better. So this is the Poloniex price. Okay, let me just do that with the FLR price. And the one that seems to line up a little bit better is probably going to be the one that I'm going to use. So give me a second here. I'll use that and I'll do that. Does it really matter at this point? That's 2.003. Oh, that's a spike down. And it didn't spike down on Poloniex. I'm going to use Poloniex because it didn't have a wilder spike. You may have spiked low on that one because the liquidity wasn't as much. So I am going to use this one right here. But do I take the spike or do I go from here? I am more inclined to go from... I'm more likely to go inclined from here rather than that weird ass spike. So this is what I'm going to use. Cool. Poloniex, let's take a look from this high and this low. So what can I see? Clearly, it's been in an uptrend just recently, trending up on the relative strength index on the weekly time frame. Yeah, I'm definitely using that high and that low because we have a few areas of confluence with the Fibonacci, and you can see very clearly here the 0.786, that's resistance, a cluster of resistance there. Yeah, rough kind of support there, spiking down a little bit, but what do we say? Spikes mean shit. It's all about where they close. Gee, what do you know? Yep, close is on the weekly, close. Yeah, that's definitely this high and that low. That is the correct one. Close right there, spikes there. Yeah, I'm using that one for sure. And then you've got that recent spike up here, spike there. Yeah, that's good. All right, this is what I'm using. And look, clear resistance there as well. So this is very clearly the correct Fibonacci high and low to use. So we've had really a high of, technically that spike, but we'll talk about this high here of about 5.5 cents. The low of, again, 0.8 cents right there. Very clear trend lines. That's the one you need to do right there. So it looks like it's in some kind of ascending triangle. Very clearly. It's a very broad one. Well, let's have a look. So there's your uptrend line, and there is your, we'd have to extend that right out. So something like that. Cool. Pretend that comes to an apex right about there. That's your rough trading range. And here are my getting interested lines, and then we'll talk about potential future prices. Okay. Let me just quickly check the monthly time frame. Okay, here's the positive for FLR. We are currently above my getting interested line. Okay, we're probably not at are we at my getting excited line? I'll have to look. The positives for FLR network, for FLR, is we are trending on the monthly time frame, and we're trending upwards. You got a lot of room to move upwards. Now, in a rising tide raises all ships. I still believe that Bitcoin and the altcoins still have a ways to go in this crypto cycle. Probably out to around about maybe March, anywhere between March next year to October, November, December next year is where we'll find the major crypto cycle finishes. If I think everything else is going to go up in that time, I think Flare Network will do the same thing. So I'll be bullish for Flare, not because of its fundamentals, but mainly because of its technicals and everything else going up at the same time. Now, as a Flare head, you can post a comment below anytime you like, anywhere where I'm posting this or you're sharing this, and let me know from a fundamental perspective why you are so bullish on Flare Network. And for my subscribers who did ask for this, tell me right now in the comments, why are you so bullish about Flare from a fundamental perspective? But I'll talk about it from the technical, because everything else is going up too. We are the getting interested line and would have been the change of market structure. Okay, so we changed market structure very clearly here. So actually we're above the getting interested line. So that's really good to see. That's at about, call it 2 cents, right? Getting interested. I'm doing this as if I was, looking at it from the first time. So I'm sort of hindcasting at the moment, going, if the price was down here, what would have been my getting interested? It's like, oh, we're now creeping back up. This is interesting. That's changing market structure. Would have been very clearly here at around about your 2 cent mark, 1.8 cents, 1.9 cents, call it 2 cents even. Very clear change of market structure. This is the bear market right there. You had that, then you broke back down there, okay? You were under here, and then that cleared above this previous level of major resistance. That's the definite change of market structure. That's where a lot of people would have gone, okay, now we're back, okay? Flare is back. Some people were the real diehards, and they bought here. Okay, good on them. Maybe they saw this support level right there, and it matched there, and they went, now I'm in. Good on you. For people who want to be a little bit more cautious, they would have been waiting for the 2 cent mark, and then that's been broken and held so far. So definitely in the getting interested zone. My getting excited zone to say, oh man, this is really going to have the good potential of cracking back up is actually, we've had a spike here. I wouldn't say that's getting excited. Oh, yeah. Getting excited, getting interested, getting excited. Let me have a look. I think for me, it is here. Yeah, no. So we're not over the getting excited line just yet, okay? It doesn't mean you shouldn't be in it, okay? For me, I'm going to have it as 3 cents. 3 cents getting excited. We need to get over this level for me personally. Again, this is my personal view. You might be so bullish and have had Flare for a very long time, and good on you, and you've seen this massive run, great. I need to see it crack above 3 cents, because have a look at this on the weekly time frame. What did we do? We spiked here, but we closed around that 3 cent mark. It's previous resistance here. It's kind of acted as some previous support here as well. It's right at the 50 mark between this high and this low, all the way down there. Okay, that's my getting excited line. So for me, because I'm not in Flare at the moment, and anything can change. I don't plan to be in Flare because you don't want to spread yourself too thin. I've got my core amount of things, and I really can't buy any more different type of crypto. If I'm buying more crypto, I'm buying more of stuff I already have. If someone put a gun to my head and said, you have to get into Flare, okay, I wouldn't be wanting to get into Flare until, for me, over that 3 cent mark. Okay, you start clearing and holding on the weekly time frame. You start closing weeks above 3 cents, then I'm saying, yeah, really good, looking good, okay? That would be my getting excited line. For you, you may be down here, and yeah, you may be riding it. So good on you. But for example, yeah, getting excited. Now let's talk about my final hurdle for new all-time highs. Okay, that is very clearly, I normally do it here at the 0.786 level from an old high and an old low. I will remain there, and that is at 4.5 cents. Now, when I say final hurdle, I don't mean it's going to top out there. I just mean it's my final hurdle to pretty much guarantee, nothing is guaranteed in life, but to pretty much guarantee that new all-time highs in Flare would be coming, okay? Final hurdle. Hit the big red subscribe button to join the GMS family. I do precious metals and crypto every single weekday. Final hurdle, new all-time highs, okay? That is there, okay? You always got to watch out for the double top, That's kind of like the double top though. Triple tops usually aren't a thing. So there, that's your double top. Triple tops, you might find some resistance here and then back down. But if we start closing, and we'll talk about the monthly time frame, probably the better idea. You could use weeks if you want, but if you start closing, say January, February, whatever, above this level of 4.5 cents, that is, down here, you could be really confident that it's going to make an all-new all-time high, and that's good for you. For me personally, what confirms it basically 99% is cracking above 4.5 cents, and then I'm like, oh yeah, new all-time high coming, okay? I'd be basically completely confident on that. Let's talk about new all-time highs and what potential levels we'd be looking at, and I'll give you my take profit targets, okay? That doesn't mean you'd sell out completely, okay? It doesn't mean it can't go higher, but you've got to take some profits along the way, people. Otherwise, what are you doing in crypto or any investment, okay? You've got your diehards who will always hold until their one particular price, which is way, way higher. Yeah, you can kind of lose some money there, so take some profits along the way, okay? Here is my personal... Let me just do some right here. Let me say, for example, where we are right here at... the 2.9 cent mark. Where's that line? Oh, it's about 3.2 cents. Sorry, I'm going to have to change that. Give me one sec. That's at 3.2 cents. Yeah, it's kind of 3. Sorry, excuse me 1 minute. That's my, what is that? Yeah, 3131. I'll call it 32. So give me 1 sec. That's 3.2 cents, not 3 cents. I know I'm being a little bit pedantic, but let me put that there. Okay, so let's go and do some price ranging. Let's have a look. From here to the getting excited line, that's 10%, who cares? From here to the final hurdle for new all-time highs coming soon is 50%. That's nothing, okay? For Flare Network, in a crypto bull run, 50%, that's a day, mate. Okay, you can see 50%, 100%, 200% moves in a day. Okay, so that's very easy. Okay, so the all-time high is only 88% from here. An all-time high in Flare, a new all-time high in Flare in this crypto bull run is dead easy. Okay, I'm just measuring my profit targets. Normally what I would say is I would say I like to favor the 2.618 and the 4.236. However, gee man, I think you could go decently higher from there. I'm going to be, this might be conservative, still might be conservative, but I'm going to say my personal profit targets, and I'm not looking at market cap, okay? I'm just looking at the price. Now, this may be way under, but I'm going to say, major profit taking at somewhere between there and there. Now, that doesn't mean you get all out, okay? It just means you take some profits, okay? Take some money off the table, recoup your initial investment, all that sort of stuff, okay? Between 20 cents to 30 cents. I'm going to have Flare Network Flare heads pop on this and go, you're a moron. Flare is going to $1. It's going to $3, $4, $10. Yeah, and it might, okay? But if you're not taking profits along the way, you ain't got shit, okay? You take profits, people. I'm telling myself this by telling you this, okay? We've all made our mistakes in the past. From here, that's a 600% move. Are you going to not take profits at a 600% move from getting in here? And maybe you got in down here. You're not going to take profits at 600%. You're a moron if you don't, okay? Sorry, but you don't know how to invest if you don't take profits at 600%, okay? So that's going to be my major, I'll just say major profit taking. And that can be, at least probably 50% I'd be taking at that point. So that is 20 cents to 33 cents. Let's pop that in. Go away. Okay, 20 cents to 33 cents. Major profit taking. Okay. Doesn't mean you sell all out. Okay. You would want to at least take half. Do I have any other taking profit areas along the way? Maybe this might be your... Normally what I would do is I would give you some take profit targets which are before the all-time high. Considering where we are now, it really seems like the all-time high is basically a given. I don't normally say that, but because that's only it's only a 90%, 88, 90% move from here. And if I think the crypto run's going for a lot longer, gee, the crypto run would have to be going for a very short period of time and almost, topping out soon, like in the next month or so, or 2 months, for Flare to not hit its all-time high and break it. Okay, so that's why I'm not putting a take profit 1 there. I'm going to put my take profit 1, just to be safe, I'm going to put it here at 190% from here. So that's at around about 8.5 cents. So let me put that there. That's my TP1. Okay, you'd want to take a little bit off the table at TP1. Again, Flare heads are going, "You're mental, man." Yeah, well, I like money. So TP1 at 8.5 cents. Okay, how much you take out, that's up to you. But if you were buying right now and you wait for the new all-time high, which all-time high is almost definitely going to be broken, okay, that's a 190% move. Are you telling me you won't take a little bit off the table after you've more than doubled your money? Okay, how much money have you put in? If it's $1,000 and it goes to $2,000, it's like, okay, I've made an extra grand, but an extra grand can be a lot of money for you. Okay, but if you put a couple of $100 in and it goes to $400, no, just let it ride. Unless you really need the money, yeah, then let it ride to here. But if you put in a decent amount of money, if you put in 5, 10 grand or more, you've more than doubled your money. Take some profits at 8.5 cents, just a little bit, maybe recoup your initial investment. So maybe at 190, if you buy today, I'm not saying to buy today. For example, if you bought and you waited for the getting excited line, which we talked about, okay, that's a 160% move. Okay, sell half at double, or sell half at around about here, or sell less than half, recoup your initial investment. If you invested $5,000, take out $5,000 when it hits the TP1 of 8.5 cents. Do that, not financial advice. And then ride the rest. Hey, if it gets to the major profit-taking area, then maybe you sell another 20% or 30%. You leave a bag just in case this thing goes to, hey, Flare Network to $1, FLR to $1. You never know, that could happen. But major profit-taking here, around about your 20 cents to 33 cents. Because why? ATP, always take profits. That's what we're here for. You're not here for the tech, okay? You're not here for the tech. You're here for your family. You're here to make yourself money. You're here to get wealthy and be FU rich, right? Yeah, let's be honest, you are. And then when you make a butt ton of money from Flare Network, what do? And in the crypto circle, you put a portion of it into precious metals. Follow me for all that stuff as well. So that is Flare Network. Let's quickly go over it. Please stay above 2 cents. If you break below 2 cents, I will call that the line in the sand. Because we're already above it, it's not my getting interested line because I'm already interested. It's my line in the sand. You crack below 2 cents and start closing weeks or months below 2 cents, it's all over for Flare, where that's back in bear market territory. That's a change of market structure, and then you're bloop, 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 probably heading right down, okay? I don't think that's happening. I'll pop this on the weekly, okay? Yeah, 4.5 cent final hurdle. I think new all-time highs are coming in this, and my take profit 1 is at 8.5 cents. Take some money off the table. 20 to 33 cents major profit taking. Keep a bag in case we go hog wild on Flare Network. You may take a snapshot of this. You may bookmark this. You may do what you want with it, okay? And follow me for more updates on Flare Network later on down the track. There you go. That has been Flare Network. Let me know your comments below if you are majorly bullish on it. Tell me the fundamental reasons why. But I'm bullish on it because, again, a rising tide raises all ships. That's been Flare Network.